lounging, son.
Welcome back to the Comic Lounge. My name's Ryan, and today I'm going to be going through a very, very dope project. This is the Uncanny Covers Ocular Edition by Ian Chalgren. Not your typical artist editions, because this is not available for sale. This was done by Ian for himself. He gifted me this copy. This was not sold to me. This is not available to buy anywhere. This is made very limited, and it was gifted to people because obviously Ian doesn't own the rights to reproduce this stuff and make it for monetary reasons. Like, right, he can't sell these and make money. I gotta say, this, like his other one, which he did one of ROM, the Marvel version of ROM, Space Knight. This is a hell of a business card. So, I mean, this is literally what he could give with a resume, as is like, this is what I want to do, this is what I got. And, you know, as of the time that we're recording this, the interview that I did with him is live. Also, during that interview, we couldn't talk about some of the projects that he was working on, but he has done some stuff with Syzygy, with Chris Ryall, over in that department that's being published by Image. He is working on a Conan Artist Edition, which is going to be available through crowdfunding on Zoop. I'll link that down below. You know, I wanted to go through this. Obviously, there is a version of this video going through this book by Cartoonist Kayfabe, but I want to flip through it. I wanted to put this on camera and show this off because it was such an incredible gesture of him to send me a copy. He didn't have to. I mean, he's paying for these to get made. They're not free. So, and I'm so grateful to him, so happy for him that, you know, going after his, you know, doing something like this has led to more gigs for him. And I just am very excited to be able to watch where his career goes and see what else comes from this brilliant mind and like such a great design aesthetic. I mean, look at this. This is a hardcover. He designs all this himself. It even has, you know, the ribbon bookmark, which I really dig. I love his choice of just throwing in a bunch of different Marvel characters because this is going to run the gamut of having multiple artists, and we're seeing that displayed through the different characters. I love this too. I love how we get a little bit of color on an otherwise pen and ink drawing, or pencil and ink drawing. Very cool to see that little bit of splash, and even, you know, getting to see so much of the, you know, sometimes, I don't want to say imperfections, but you know, coffee stains, stuff like that. He's able to gather all of this art online and put it together. Probably one of the best, you know, I would say, I don't want to say handmade, but, you know, self-published works. It's pretty incredible what he's been able to achieve. This John Byrne Spider-Man cover is so ingrained in my brain. When I first saw it, it just like blew me away. The reproduction of this, like I said, of him getting these original pieces of art and zooming in, and you can still see all the marker and ink on this, and it's coming across pretty clear on the camera. I can see it. So very cool. You know, this is variant C3 because he did make different versions. So look, Ocular Edition, limited run, 50 copies with 5 variant covers, 10 of each variant were printed. And, you know, I'm not the only one that was lucky enough to get a copy of this. I know there's other people that have received them, and I think it's like, talk about a unique gift, you know, like something like this that you can't buy in stores. A very 50. There's only 50 of these made. And as we see, got the CMF publishing, because that is the logo, if you notice right there next to the Ocular Edition. Has all Ian's information, where you can contact him, his email, Twitter, all that stuff. And obviously this is all him, right? President, publisher, CCO, editor-in-chief, chief accounting officer, CFO, chief financial, his wife. Very smart man, letting you know, his wife you know, help out with that stuff. And pretty interesting here is that, you know, he has all the thank yous that he does to all the artists that are in this, right? Thanks to Heritage Auctions for housing such grand resources, and certainly not least thanks to Sue Brook and Chris Ryall for their editing touch. So, you know, anybody that knows Chris Ryall, I mean, he's been in the comic industry for a very long time. I also have an interview with him on this channel as well. Very smart dude, knows a lot about comics, and very interesting to see that he has helped not only edit this, but has also given Ian some professional work as well. We got a list of the variant covers. Jack Kirby is the cover A. Frank Brunner is B. John Byrne is C, which is the one I have. Marie Severin is the D cover, and Frank Miller is the E cover. I mean, look at this. Just the time that he takes to put in these extra papers, the end papers, like all this. He's like, every single aspect of this is just absolutely amazing. And it's part of an ongoing series, so this is obviously something that he will want to continue on. He makes sure to know that this is not for sale. It's just a catalyst for him to procure a project or job with a book publisher so he can do what he loves, design books. No profits have been made in the distribution of this book. All imagery contained is copyrighted Marvel. Get a nice little letter, And I love this. I love how he opens up his foreword. Did you ever buy a comic just because you liked the cover? Man, the covers. I gotta say, when I was younger, that's probably what would draw me to some of the comics at first. How do you decide what book to pick up off the stands? You're looking at the cover. Something intriguing about that cover has to grab you in order to want to even flip through it, right? Nowadays, it's, everything's available online, and obviously the variant cover game has become quite insane, in my opinion. And back then there was just the one cover, right? Like it was just one cover. There was no B, there was no gimmicks, and a lot of that is, part of the microcosm that is the comic book industry, but that's not to take away from, the amazing art that's being published. So pretty cool. He put a little bit of a bio about his journey in the back of the book. And here we got the table of contents. Got some really dope stuff here by Frank Brunner. All the different, you got the issues and what covers those correlate with John Buscema, Sal Buscema, John Byrne, Michael Golden, Jack Kirby, Frank Miller, George Perez, John Romita, Marie Severin, Barry Windsor Smith. Just amazing, dude. Just amazing. And then we get the covers of the Uncanny Covers. And then we get a little bit of, stuff on him. And before each chapter, really cool, we get a little bit of a little bio and why he decided to throw in these particular artists, right? Because there's so many cover artists, so many great artists throughout Marvel's history, and I can imagine kind of hard deciding what to put in, but he did a great job. Frank Brunner's not a name that I am super familiar with. I know the name, but it's not a name that, like, when you're like, to me, when you ask me what are the great Marvel cover artists, I don't necessarily think of that because I'm not as familiar with his work. But these are some great Man-Thing covers, the Doctor Strange covers. I recognize this one for sure. Phenomenal. Again, these scans that he's pulling and the fact that he can make them so crisp, just so good. Love Doctor Strange, love this era. We get some Howard the Duck, Kazar, a bunch of good stuff from that. Of course, we got John Buscema. Now that's a name that definitely associate with some really great covers. We get this Amazing Adventures cover, Inhumans and Black Widow, Avengers. Really great. Defenders, too. Love his Defenders. Fantastic Four. Just phenomenal. Love the Silver Surfer stuff by John Buscema. Just absolutely beautiful. This Thor. This is something else I miss about the covers. When they would actually have scenes and having them talk and stuff. Here we go. We got Mr. Sal Buscema here. Crazy to see the way the pages age, too. The glue, the stuff, how they put the letterheads on, how they put the logos on, and paste it up over the art. Pretty interesting. Great covers, dude. Man, the Buscemas, a lot of talent in that family. Love these Defenders covers also. Man, really do miss this covers like this, man. And then we got Mr. John Byrne. It's a funny photo he used with Byrne with the gun. Very cool Alpha Flight cover, which is the cover here. Obviously, X-Men, definitely associate Byrne with X-Men, but I'll say this, I don't normally associate him with Spider-Man, even though I mentioned that earlier Spider-Man cover. Didn't know he did some amazing Spider-Man cover work. Obviously, his Fantastic Four run. Love this Spidey Thor cover, too. And we get this wraparound cover, Marvel Universe 4. Very cool. All these, dude. So good. That cover, fuck. Don't have this in my collection, but definitely one that I would have picked up for the cover, for sure. Love the way he uses the black costume. He uses it so effectively on that black and white cover. Michael Golden. His artist edition just recently came out. It's definitely something I'll be going through on the channel. Might even get Ian himself to do a little guest spot on the channel, go through the book with me. This is like one of my favorite Golden covers, this Doctor Strange. Just absolutely phenomenal. Love this Spidey cover too, the way Sauron's grabbing him. Angel right there flying in the mix. Then obviously Micronauts, a title that he is definitely most associated with. In my mind, I always think Micronauts, Michael Golden. It's always what comes to my first. Got these great covers to Rom. A book I never, honestly, I've never read an issue of Rom, but for some reason, I've been really intrigued lately to kind of go back and check it out. Love this She-Hulk cover with Man-Thing. What if Avengers defeated everybody? Here we go. Jack the King Kirby. How could you not include him in this book? You know, he's arguably the most prolific cover artist of all time, especially with the Marvel stuff. Get a great 2001 Space Odyssey cover. His Avengers covers from the 70s. I love these, dude. Black Panther, when he came back and did the ongoing. Great series of covers. This one, to me, is one of the most iconic of his covers on this run. I'm really glad Ian was able to procure so many of these fantastic covers. Captain America Falcon. Another great little era for Cap. Again, when Kirby came back, man, he was doing this. He's doing, 2001, Devil Dinosaur, Black Panther, all these Eternals, all these great titles when he came back after leaving DC. Really great productive time for Kirby and all the creations that he just always creating. This is a great Fantastic Four cover. Oh my god, the fact that it's like ripped. Almost looks like smoke stained this on the edges. Weird. Great Hulk cover. I love his signature too. Signature alone is iconic. Machine Man was another one for one of the most fertile minds that comic books has ever seen. It's great Nova cover. Joe Sinnott signature on there too. Some Thor covers. Frank Miller. Fuck. To follow Kirby, they get Miller right after. Great. Love this Spider-Man cover. Again, not a character I normally associate him with, but apparently he's done some great Spider-Man covers. Not, an artist I normally associate with Spider-Man, but some really dope stuff. This one I have. I have the reprint of this annual. It's a great shot. Doc Ock holding the newspaper. Punisher Spidey right there. Some Cap. Obviously the character he's probably known for the most at Marvel, Daredevil. Hulk's covers. Wow. I really had no idea until I checked this book out how many covers he did on other titles. Love this, how he has the old school monsters on that Spider-Woman cover. Another What If Daredevil Became an Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. One of my favorite what ifs. Here we go. Wolverine. Iconic. George Perez. He's definitely, in my opinion, one of the GOATs when you talk about comic book artists. Some of the best comic books were produced by George Perez, and his art and his pairing with Marv Wolfman and like all the good stuff they did together. Great Fantastic Four cover. Love this. These team ups are Marvel 2-in-1s. Really cool. John Romita, very cool. Of course, you have to put some Spidey. Now, this is not many people thought anybody could follow Steve Ditko, but then you throw John Romita in, and the book becomes even more popular. Kingpin. Really great covers here. Love this, just the straight pencils, man. Not even inked. Marie Severin. Great Cap cover. Issue of Crazy. Such a weird book. Chamber of Darkness. Gets Daredevil from her. Love Marie Severin's Hulk. Such a fantastic cover. I love this shot too of Hulk from behind. You don't normally see something like that in a major superhero comic where you don't even see their face, you just see their back. Shield, not Brand Eck, Doctor Strange, Submariner. Really great covers. Some monster books. We get Barry Windsor Smith. Got some Conan, man. Kind of leading us into that Conan Artist Edition you're doing, Ian. I love it. And again, this is what Barry Windsor Smith is probably most known for. Conan, Weapon X, the Wolverine stuff. So very cool to see this. A New Mutants cover. Tomb of Dracula cover. Well-known storylines. I think it was a 2-issue, The Life Death, by Barry Windsor Smith that he drew. Really great. Then we get the covers. These are the other covers to the covers. Pretty cool. Then we get a little bio about Ian. Pretty cool. Love that he throws some love to Nexus, Love and Rockets. Like I said, this is a great business card or resume. Really cool contact page. How to get a hold of him. Get the email call, all the QR codes. Great end papers. Man, fantastic book. I'd say go pick it up, but you can't. But definitely be on the lookout for anything Ian puts out. Man, he's absolutely phenomenal. Great dude. Super happy. Wish him nothing but the best. Get out there. I'll throw the link down for the Zoop. I think it's on Zoop for the Conan Artist Edition. And make sure you like, follow, subscribe. Check out the other vids on the channel. Hit the bell icon so you're notified every time a new vid drops. And on that note,